Hi everyone, welcome to this seated yoga practice. If you haven't joined us before, welcome. This practice will be folks that are needing a little bit of assistance and maybe can't do a whole series of yoga poses from a standing position. So I'm seated in a firm chair. It's a hard chair. You want anything that doesn't have rollers on it, and preferably that your feet touch the floor. That being said, get yourself a glass of water, make sure that your room is comfortable temperature, and we will begin our practice. The most important part of yoga is to have good connection to your breath. So breathing in through your nose and out through your nose as you're able. You need to breathe through your mouth, that's okay too. But our nose filters our air and controls the rate of speed that we breathe. And so the longer the inhale and exhale are, the more we are relaxed. Our muscles will relax, our brain will relax, and as a result, we'll get some good stretches through our muscles. In regards to your muscles, your stretching, your yoga poses should never hurt. You always want to stretch to gentle tension. So if you feel like you've gone a little too deep into a pose, feel free to come out of it a little bit. And if you can't hold the pose and just need to come to a seated or standing resting position, that's perfectly fine too. So that being said, we're seated in our chair, our feet are touching the floor, we've got a nice tall spine. And we're going to put a hand on our belly and we're going to start with a deep, complete belly breath. Breathing in, filling the abdomen like it's a balloon, then feeling your rib cage expand and your chest expand. And then as you slowly exhale, you'll feel your chest fall and your belly deflates. So just a couple deep breaths at your own speed, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. 2 more times, breathing in deeply, exhaling completely. And 1 last time, breathing in and out. So at any point that you feel like you're not breathing, make sure that you're not too deep into a pose. And as long as you have continuous breath, no breath retention, you're doing your yoga right. So that being said, let's make sure that our feet are hip width apart. So both fists will fit in between our feet. And so we just want that nice wide base for when we're standing, but also when we're seated, just so that we have a good distribution of our balance. So we're going to begin with just some warm-up poses. And we're going to start by taking our arms out to the side as we breathe in and bring the arms down as we breathe out. Now throughout this video, I will make suggestions on your breath. And if you've gotten it backwards, that's okay. Just as long as you continue to breathe without any breath retention, you're doing it just fine. So here we go, our spine is tall. We inhale our arms up overhead as far as our shoulder range of motion allows. And then we exhale nice and slow down. So still using those nice complete breaths, breathing in and slowly breathing out. Excellent, 2 more times, breathing in and breathing out. And 1 last time, breathing in and breathing out. Wonderful. Now, if you've got any problems with shoulder range of motion, please just know that you want to go just to that gentle stretch. Don't overstretch through the shoulder and chest. We're now going to take our right hand and put it directly behind us, and our fingers are going to face the back of the chair. We're sitting up nice and tall still, but the opposite hand is going to reach the knee. We're going to inhale, making sure our spine is nice and tall. And as we exhale, we're going to go into a spinal twist and gaze over the shoulder. Now, continue to stay in this twist. Continue looking over your shoulder. As you breathe in, make sure your spine remains nice and tall. And as you exhale, hold your twist or perhaps increase it. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. 2 more times, breathing in and exhaling out. 1 more time, breathing in deeply, exhaling completely. And let your hands slowly revolve back to the front of your chair. Now keep in mind that your flexibility can be different from one side to the next. So just know that if you find one side that's tighter, just don't force it to match the other side. So here we go, we're going to take our opposite hand reaching over pressing gently on the leg, inhaling to a tall spine. And as we exhale, we twist and gaze over the shoulder, making sure the spine stays tall on the inhale. And as you exhale, hold that twist or perhaps increase it. 3 more breaths, breathing in deeply, exhaling completely. 2 more breaths. And inhale, floating your hands back to center. Let's just roll the shoulders back now, just to relax. Make sure that you aren't tightening up through the upper chest, upper back, and into the neck. Always keep your shoulders down and relaxed. So now we're going to do a sun salute from the seated position. So we're going to inhale our arms up overhead. And as we exhale, we're going to sweep our hands down in the direction of the floor, bending just as far as you're comfortable. Breathing in, we're going to reach the arms straight up. Maybe we do a little back bend. Exhale, float the hands down. 2 more times, inhaling up and exhaling down. And then use your stomach muscles to bring yourself to a seated, upright, comfortable position. We're going to extend the left leg out now. The heel's going to be down, the toes are going to be up towards the ceiling. And if you're an avid walker, this is a great stretch to make sure that you're not getting tight through the fascia of the foot and up into the calf. If you want to implement the use of a yoga strap or a belt to pull the toe back, that is an option. In the absence of a strap, we're simply going to inhale our arms up parallel to the floor. And as we exhale, we're going to lean in the direction of our toe and then float our hands down to our shin, ankle, or foot. We're leaning from the hips. Our spine remains nice and tall. On all of your forward folds, breathe into the low belly and low back. And as you exhale, maybe you go a little deeper. Breathing in deeply, slowly exhaling. 3 more times, keeping in mind you just want to have that gentle stretch. And on your next inhale, round yourself up, and we'll switch sides. Take your right leg out, heel down, toe up. Now when you lean forward, make sure that you don't go so far that you're stretching to the point where your knee bends. We want to keep that leg straight, so we stretch up into our hamstring as well. So let's repeat. Breathe in, arms are parallel to the earth. Exhale, forward fold till you find that spot of gentle tension. And then float the hands down to your shin, ankle, or foot. Breathing into the abdomen. Exhaling, maybe gaining a little distance. Breathing in deeply, long, slow exhale. 3 more times. 2 more breaths. And use your next breath to inhale, bringing yourself to a seated upright position. Taking your left leg, we're going to cross it over the right thigh, right above the knee. If you don't have the range of motion in your hip to get it quite this high, the other option would be to keep your leg straight and simply cross the ankle or up towards the shin. So finding that spot that's comfortable for you. Again, your spine is nice and tall. We don't want to round our spine. We want to lean from our hip socket. So we're going to breathe in deeply. Exhale, putting a little pressure on the leg so it doesn't pop up. Finding your spot of gentle tension. Breathing into low belly, low back. And if you're feeling uncomfortable at any point, you can just ease out of it a little bit. So let's do 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. And use your breath to inhale yourself back up and place your foot on the floor. Now let's switch and put that right leg up. Again, keeping in mind one side may be able to do this and the other side may need modification. Our spine is tall. We breathe in deeply. And as we exhale, just gently press the leg so it doesn't come up and find your spot of gentle tension on this side. This hip may be tighter and you may not be able to go as low, but continue to focus on your breath to get the best from the stretch. Let's breathe 2 more times. And 1 last time. And use your breath to inhale yourself back to a seated upright position. Now let's take ourselves behind our chair. So we're going to use the chair for balance. You can be beside it or right behind it. And if you're not quite sure where your balance is, I recommend that you have both hands on your chair. We still want our feet hip width apart. And I'm feeling pretty stable today, so I'm going to go ahead and let my right arm just reach over the top while my left arm is here at my side. And you're going to be my mirror image. So you're going to inhale your left arm up, and as you exhale, the hand slides down the leg, keeping both feet pressed firmly to the floor. And as we do any side bend, we want to breathe into the side that's exposed. So breathing in deeply into this side, and then exhaling, maybe getting a little deeper in your stretch. Keep pressing your feet down into the earth and make sure that your shoulders are back. If you need to modify for shoulder range of motion, the hand at the chest with the elbow pulling up towards the sky is absolutely an option. So we don't want to overstretch that shoulder and chest, especially if you've had some surgery there. So let's inhale, bring ourselves up, and just relax those shoulders. They may not be used to stretching overhead. And then we're going to inhale up on the other side and exhale over, letting our hands slide down our leg. And my fingers are just touching my thigh. My shoulders are back. And again, if I want to modify, I'm just going to let my elbow pull up towards the sky. Breathing into the side that's exposed, filling the lung, and then exhaling slowly. And then bringing yourself back upright. We're going to do our version of a down dog. We're going to keep our hands on the chair and we're going to step away from it. Our legs are going to be straight, and all we want to do is bring our head down between our arms. Your back may get parallel to the earth, or it may be that you don't want to lean quite that far. So first, push your weight back into your heels. Your tailbone pushes to the back of the room. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, lower the head, gazing down at the earth. Keep pushing your heels into the earth and pushing your tailbone to the back of the wall. Breathing in through the nose into the low belly, low back. And as you exhale, you might sink a little deeper into your pose. And then use your abs and bring yourself back up to a tall standing position. And just shift your legs out. Make sure that they didn't get tired or trying to cramp. Again, we're going to have our chair for a little aid. It's just going to be off to the side here in case I need it. And I'm going to ask you to pick up your left foot and step back. We want to make sure that our feet are at least hip width apart, like we did before. So like if you were standing on railroad tracks, the closer your feet are together, the more it will challenge your balance. So we want to be real safe in this video and just make sure the feet are nice and long. I'm going to keep my hand on the chair until I know that I'm feeling really stable. Now, my left foot that is stepped back, it's on a 45-degree angle. But I want this hip turned to the front of my mat facing you. And once I do that, I'm going to bend my front knee. I don't want my knee to travel past my toe. And our lower half is in Warrior One. We can choose to stay right here, or we can challenge our balance a little bit more by raising our hand or even gazing up towards the sky. So again, just raise your hand as far as your shoulder allows. Breathing in, nice and steady, focusing on the breath, crown of the head lifted up towards the sky. Excellent. If you raised your hand, you can go ahead and drop it down. Straighten your front leg, and we're just going to lean forward, keeping both legs straight. And it may be that your hand rests on the chair, or maybe your hands are going down to your shin or foot. Perhaps you're even getting to the floor. Both legs are straight. And we're breathing into the low belly, low back, because we are in, again, a forward fold. Gazing down at the earth, feeling the low back stretch and the back of the leg stretch. Now bend your front leg, engage your tummy muscles, and round yourself up and put your hands on your hips. And maybe sink a little lower. This is a very good pose for strengthening the leg muscles as well as the leg bones. The longer you hold the pose, the better the strengthening quality is. So let's step with our feet together. And again, if you're feeling like you're a little challenged with your balance today, maybe take them just a little bit further apart to completely hip width. The choice is up to you. You can leave your hand on your chair, but if you're feeling like you're balanced and stable, let's bring the hands together to our heart center. And we're just going to pretend we're sitting in our chair without actually reaching it. So it's right by our side though if we need it for balance. And we're going to push our tailbone to the back of the room. We're going to bend our knees, and again, we don't want our knees to go past our toes. So here we are, our tailbone's pulling to the back of the room, and the crown of our head is lifted up, and we're in chair pose. Again, great strengthening for hip and leg bones, really working to strengthen your core muscles, that's your tummy and your back, the buttocks and the legs. So lots of work getting done here. Very nice, everybody. Straighten up, shake your arms out, maybe pedal your heels. Now we're going to do a modified version of our tree pose. Tree pose is going to really challenge our balance, and so we'll have a few variations today for you to choose from. I want my hip right beside my chair. My leg's actually touching it, just barely. I want to make sure that I'm nice and close, so if I'm making my hip, I'll notice if it kicks out. So we want to keep our belly firm, our tailbone pulling down, and the toes of your right foot should be spread wide. And you should feel the big toe mound, the little toe mound, and inner and outer heel all connected to your mat or the floor beneath you. Hands on the chair for balance, and we're going to take our heel and let it rest on the inside of the ankle. And this is a perfectly fine place to stay. You may feel a little wobbly having picked your foot up, but if you're feeling balanced, you can choose to either A, take your hand away from the chair and let your hands be at heart center. Or perhaps you want to leave the hand on the chair, but you can pick that foot up a little bit. The opposite hand can go out, so we're growing one of our tree branches. Once you've established this balance, you might even choose to bring your other hand up. Remember to breathe. Don't focus so much on your balance that you forget to do that. Crown of the head's lifted up towards the earth, and our energetic roots are going down into the earth, making us feel grounded and stable. If you've raised your hands, let's bring them back to heart center or at the chair, and then step down gently back to pedaling our heels and relaxing our legs. That was really challenging, and I know we all did a great job. So let's now take our chair to the opposite side. And at home, you can just choose perhaps to walk from one side of your chair to the other. So we're going to go back to our warrior pose. So we want to make sure those feet are hip width apart. You're going to pick up your right foot and step back. The foot's on a 45-degree angle, but the right hip is squared to the front of the mat. And then you're going to bend your left knee, making sure the knee isn't traveling past the toe. You can leave your hands down or bring that right hand up, gazing up towards the sky if you want to challenge your balance. Again, remember we're doing this to make strong bones, strong muscles, and improve our balance. Remembering to breathe. If you raised your hand, go ahead and bring it back down to your hip. And maybe, just maybe, we sink a little lower. Remember that back foot shouldn't round in, so keep the outside of the back foot pressed into the earth firmly. Very nice job, everyone. Let's step forward. Our hips are still beside the chair. Our feet are together or maybe slightly apart. Perhaps they're a whole hip width apart. We're going to bring our hands to heart center, and we're going to do chariot again. So now we kind of know where we are in our flexibility and balance. So please keep hold of the chair if at any point you feel wobbly, or don't let go of it at all if you know you're wobbly. So here we are. We're going to push our tailbone to the back of the room. Our belly's firm but not tight, and our crown of the head is reaching up towards the sky. If you feel like you can go a little lower now that you're warmed up, you're certainly welcome to sink down. Just make sure you don't shift your weight to the balls of your feet. Again, we're doing this for strong bones and strong muscles, and the longer you hold this pose, the more benefit it has. It's a great standalone pose, easily done, as is tree, two of my favorites. So very nice, everyone. Let's come up, shake those arms, and pedal the heels. We're back to being right beside our chair, our legs touching so we know we don't kick our hip out. Our belly's lightly firm, our tailbone is pulling down. And you're going to take the toes of your left foot and spread them wide. And your right heel is going to rest on the inside of the ankle. Crown of the head is lifted. Very nice, everyone. So I've got my hand on the chair, not knowing quite where my balance is today. And I'm going to assess If I'm feeling pretty stable, I'm going to choose to pick my foot up. I may choose to put my hand at my heart or start to grow my tree. Move slowly and deliberately. That way you don't pull yourself off balance. So if you want to take your hand up, do it slowly. And if you feel like you need to bring your hand down at any point, that's all right too. Our energetic roots are pressing through the earth, feeling grounded as our crown of the head lifts up towards the sky. And we've all done an excellent job. Let's shake those legs out. Now I'm going to put my chair back in front of me, just so that I can show you how to really have good balance for triangle pose. In the absence of the chair, or feeling like you are really strong in this and feeling very stable, you're going to pick up your right leg and step away from your body. The toes point away, and the heel is in line with the arch of the opposite foot. Our shoulders are turned forward, and our hand's going to be on our hip as we just lean down the length of the leg. You can, again, have your chair in front of you, or even be leaning towards your chair. If you want to stretch your arm up overhead, you can, or we can keep that hand down to keep the shoulders safe. Here we are in triangle pose, and triangle pose is very good for making space between our vertebrae. So this is great for anyone with osteoporosis or osteopenia. We're going to come on up and we're going to switch sides. So if I was feeling a little wobbly, I might choose to lean towards the chair. I'm going to step off with my foot. My toes are pointing across the room, heels in line with the arch of the opposite foot. And I'm just going to lean sideways, allow my hand to stay on this chair, hand on my hip, just being very aware of my center of gravity. Remembering to breathe into the side that you're exposing, not holding the breath. Nice, deep, even breaths. And now use your stomach muscles to bring yourself upright. Step back onto your mat, palm your heels, and shake your arms out. We're going to just breathe in deeply and bring our shoulders up towards our ears. And as we exhale, we're going to let our shoulder blades sink low down our back. One more time, breathing deeply, exhaling nice and slow. So we want to stretch our back out a little bit more. So we're going to go back to our version of down dog in hopes that maybe we can get our back a little bit more parallel to the earth, or maybe even past it, lowering our head past our chair. So we're going to start to walk back. So just our fingertips or tips are touching the chair, and our feet are hip width apart. We're going to breathe in deeply, and as we exhale, we're going to push our tailbone towards the back of the room and let our hands slide forward and gaze down at the mat or the floor beneath you. Belly's just slightly firm, and we're feeling a nice stretch through the low back, through the back of your legs, all the way down into your ankles. Remember to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Nice long stretch, everyone. Great job. Let's walk ourselves forward. Give ourselves a little shake out. All right, so let's come back to the seated position. And if at any point you need to take a break, have a sip of water, you can always pause this video and come back and rejoin us in just a little bit. So we've done some great stuff for muscle strength, bone strength, balance. Our spinal twists are really great for internal organs and impact our immune system. Our side bending, really great to make space between the vertebrae. So we're going to do a little bit more of that side bending now. And so we're just going to leave our left hand on our knee, right arm's right here hanging off the side. And we want to make sure that we keep our left sits bone attached to the chair as we lean away from it. So breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, just let your body lean towards the earth. My shoulders back, my arms are relaxed, and just letting gravity give me a little gentle tug, all while keeping this sits bone pressed down into the chair. Getting a nice stretch from the top of the hip through the spine. Remembering to breathe into the side that you're exposing, not trying to force air into the side that you've pinched. Inhale, bring yourself up and place your hand on your leg. Let's take the opposite arm down. Breathe in deeply. Exhale, leaning just as far as you can without this right sits bone coming off the chair. So pressing deeply down into that chair with your sits bone as you lean away from it. Inhale, bring yourself up. Hands are going to rest on the thighs. We don't want to forget our neck. Our neck muscles are so important. They hold up our head. Our head's about the weight of a bowling ball, so they have a lot of work. And we always have a lot of electronics in front of us, and so we have a tendency to lean forward. So today we're going to start with a chin tuck. And a chin tuck is like pushing a drawer closed, only we're going to push our chin straight back. And you're going to feel those muscles in the back of the neck working in a way that they're not quite used to. So remember to breathe, keep pushing back, being sure that you're not tipping the chin up or down, just straight back. And release, relax the shoulders. Now this is a new move for a lot of you, and the muscles weren't quite sure what the brain was asking of it. So to let them know exactly what we want to do so they get the hang of it, we're going to practice our chin tuck one more time. So our spine's tall, and as we exhale, we just push that chin straight back. Getting a nice big stretch, feeling those neck muscles start to work, and remembering to breathe. And relax. Roll those shoulders a little bit. Now we want to take our right hand and grab the bottom of the chair. This is going to depress our shoulder. And so as this shoulder's down, we're going to take our left ear and lean towards the left shoulder. And in doing so, we're going to stretch those right neck muscles out. And so you see these are kind of feeling a little tight today. And I don't want to look towards my shoulder. I just want my shoulder to go directly towards my ear and keep pulling on the chair. This is a pretty big stretch, so if at any point you need to come out of it a little bit, that's okay. So now as we slowly let go of the chair, we'll slowly bring our neck up. Very nice. Let's do it on the other side now. Reaching around with the opposite hand, our spine is tall, and our right ear goes to our right shoulder. You should be looking straight ahead. So if you were gazing into a mirror, you'd be looking in your eyes. So not gazing up towards the ceiling, not gazing down towards the floor. Getting a nice stretch through those neck muscles, feeling the shoulders staying down as we grip our chair. And slowly release the chair as we slowly bring our head up. Now we don't want to forget our rotation. So we might get really locked in on that electronic device in front of us, and we start to not be able to turn the head quite as much as we would like to. So that being said, we're going to work on that rotation. Again, your chin shouldn't go up or down. Your chin will stay parallel to the floor, and you're simply going to turn and look over your shoulder without your torso moving. So breathe in deeply, make sure the spine is nice and tall. And as you exhale, gaze over your right shoulder. Going just as far as you can comfortably, remembering to breathe. And slowly come forward. Let's go the other direction now. Spine is tall, we breathe in deeply, we exhale, gazing over the shoulder. Noticing how maybe you're looking a little further on this side. Or perhaps this side doesn't go as far, but not forcing it. Just noticing where you might need a little extra stretching. And slowly come forward. Let's slowly bring the chin to the chest, stretching out the neck muscles. And slowly bring the head up. Now I encourage you to sit back in your chair. You still want to make sure your feet are touching. You want your spine nice and tall. And we're just going to work through some body scanning. Great relaxation technique, great way to finish our yoga practice, or just as a mini meditation. So we always want our spine to be nice and tall. We want to make sure we can inflate those lungs fully, nice and deep, taking in as much oxygen as you can into your body, filling your lungs. And then slowly exhaling. As you breathe in, notice the sensation of breath entering your nostrils and filling the lungs and belly. And then noticing how the belly falls. And exhale through your nose and notice the sensation of breath leaving the body. Now just return to a normal breath. In order to relax fully, I invite you to close your eyes or perhaps just cast your gaze down towards the end of your nose. We're going to do some body scanning, just allowing all the muscles in the body to relax. So as I call a particular area of the body to mind, bring your physical awareness there and try to let those muscles relax and ease any tension away from them. Making sure that you're in a comfortable position, but knowing you can make adjustments to your body at any time, we'll begin our body scanning. Our eyes are closed, and we bring our physical awareness to the muscles of our jaws. We're going to let the muscles of the jaw relax. The teeth will part, and the tongue will rest on the palate of the mouth. Bring your awareness to the muscles of our cheeks and around our ears. Allow those muscles to relax, feeling as if your ears are sinking closer to the earth beneath you. Let that sensation of relaxation spread into the muscles of your temples and behind your eyebrows. Relax the muscles of your eye sockets, feeling as if your eyes are just floating in place. Bring your awareness now to the muscles of your forehead. Release any tightness there. Allowing the muscles of the forehead to relax. Let that sensation spread through your scalp and the back of your head, allowing those muscles to ease and relax. And now bring your awareness down to your neck muscles. Let the muscles of the neck relax. Let tightness just slip away into the earth beneath you. And now bring awareness to your left shoulder and your right shoulder. Allow both shoulders to relax, sinking low. Allow relaxation to continue to spread through your upper arms, past your elbows. Relax your forearms, your wrists, the palms of your hands, fingers, and thumbs. Head and neck, shoulders and arms completely relaxed. And now, becoming aware of your breath again, feel your chest rise with your inhale. As you exhale, release any tightness from your upper chest and upper back. Breathing in, we notice our belly rise as it fills with air. As we exhale, soften the belly and relax the low back. And now become aware of your buttocks on the surface that it's resting upon. Feel the buttocks and pelvis and hip muscles relax, softening against the surface in which you're sitting upon. And allow the sensation of relaxation to spread through the tops of your thighs and the backs of your thighs. Relax the muscles beside and behind your knees. Allow this relaxation to spread through your calves, your ankles, the soles of your feet and toes, head and neck, shoulders and arms, torso, buttocks, and legs, completely relaxed. And now with the body relaxed, I invite you to just follow your breath, allowing the body to remain still, the eyes closed, And just taking these final moments of a Shavasana to focus on the breath. If any thoughts enter the mind, just notice them, acknowledge them, and set them aside for review when we're done with our practice. Continue to follow your breath. Being completely aware of how relaxed your body is, and noticing how peaceful the mind is. And now slowly opening your eyes, maybe wiggling the fingers and toes, pumping the ankles or rolling the wrists. What an excellent yoga practice you had. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again on your mat very soon. Namaste.